Hello, everyone. Welcome to another live section with me. Welcome to another live section with me. I am so excited to have everyone online. And yes, it's been a while. It's been a while, and I'm so excited to be here tonight. Sincerely speaking, I did not see it coming that I was going to have this live section, but I just wish let me just do it and then say hello to my friends that I've not seen for a very time. Yeah. So today we are going to be talking about an intriguing topic. But before then, I would love to introduce myself. My name is Rachel Iwuji. I am the founder of Trailblazers Growth Up. This channel that is hosting this live. Yes, I'm the founder of Trailblazers Growth Up. And yes, yesterday we clocked plus one, like plus one of our existence, plus one of being in this online space, in creating impact, in doing a lot of things. And it was quite amazing because God, it has been a journey. It has been a journey for us. It has been a season that we did not see it coming in any way. It has been a season of transformation. I've encountered a lot of things. Sometimes I'll be like, oh God, why am I even doing this? Why am I even doing this? And we are just celebrating 1 year. That doesn't mean that was just that 1 year we started. I remember it took me 9 months to plan Trailblazers Growth Up. Even before I launched it, it took me 9 months. And yes, it has been God. It has been God. Sincerely speaking, it has been God. I really want to thank God for the success of 1 year. It's the journey has not been funny. The journey has not really been that friendly. And like yesterday, I was writing on Facebook. Actually, I was writing and I kept saying that I've experienced everything called pain. I've experienced everything called joy. I've experienced everything called success. So one of the reasons why I had to state the fact that I have experienced pain is for them to understand that owning a brand or being a starter is not easy. Oh my God. It's typically not easy because for 1 year, I was pushing a brand. I remember when I started, there was no one to assist me, there was no one to do anything for me until I got my two consistent team member. Okay, Gabriel West, hi, hi, how you doing? How you doing? Hi. Say, can you see the chat? Yes, I can see your chat. Gabriel West, welcome online. Welcome to this live section. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So I'm just telling a little story of how it has been for Trailblazers Growth Up. And sincerely speaking, this yesterday we celebrated 1 year of existence. Trailblazers Growth Up celebrated 1 year of existence. And I'm just sharing a little story of how it has been for us. So Gabriel West, I am fine. I am amazing. I'm doing well. How are you too? Like, how are you doing? How are you doing? Yes, tell me where you're watching from. Just type where you are watching from. So it has been an amazing season for us. So I remember starting this brand. Like I spent 9 months. I spent 9 months building the brand, finding out one or two things that can help us grow, that can help us, that can actually shift us from where we are to where we are currently. And I remember after making plans, the plan will fail. I will have to redo another one. It will fail. I'll have to redo another one. And it was not friendly. Oh, it was not funny. I remember the nights I had to cry alone, and the nights I had to stay. There were times I stayed up all night just planning Trailblazers Growth Up. And thank God today it's a success. Yesterday we celebrated one, and we've recorded clients from all over, um, both Nigeria, both Nigeria. Thank you so much, Gabriel West. Thank you so much. We recorded clients from both Nigeria, Canada, US that have come to purchase our products and services. And Trailblazers Growth Up did not only just clock 1 year, we've been privileged to launch out 5 books, launch out training coaching schools and coaching trainings, and also helped people with finding a path that they are meant to be through clarity sections, and also helped others that needed assistance or guidance in the way of achieving a course through consultations and accountability stuff. And also our content for this past 1 year have been on fire. We push out content every day, and it has blessed many persons. It has been something that has transformed the mind of persons, a lot of persons. Gabriel, thank you so much. Thank you so much. So I wish you to stay to the end of this live stream. So that is why I actually checked all those things, checked out everything I did, and I decided to have just do this live stream to tell some persons how they can actually stay consistent even when the vision is not working, even when the plan is not working, even when it's as if you are tired, even when it's as if you don't know what to do. So I decided to host this live stream. I remember it was yesterday or the first day. I was having a reflection of how it has been for us over this 1 year, and I came to understand that it has just been God. God has been the one pulling us, holding us, even in the tough situation. I remember when I first launched out as a personal development coach. That was in June 2023, when I first launched out as a personal development coach. A lot of persons started launching out. You will see personal development coach, this one personal development coach, that one personal development coach. It was as if it was a competition. I'm not here to brag. It was as if it was a competition, and many persons were just launching out. And I remember last year, January, I was so furious, I was so scared. I was asking myself, oh, Rachel, are you going to make it on this space? But I've come to understand that the sky is too wide to actually accommodate a lot of persons. The sky is too big to make sure that people shine. They are the stars of men shine. So with that thought I had in January 2024, I decided to push. That was in January. I started planning Trailblazers growth up. I started investing a lot of time. I started putting a lot of energy that I needed to make sure that this thing is bettered. I remember one of the things my mentor said to me there. She said, Rachel, if you know you are going to launch this brand and you're not going to be consistent, or you're going to stop on the way, you kindly don't start. When she said that thing to me, I actually went home and started thinking about it. That's went home. I was actually thinking about it, but I told myself, Rachel, this is your brainchild, and you need to feed it with every strength within you. And that was when I got to understand that when a woman gets pregnant, at first she is happy about it, she's excited about it, but along the way, along the line, along the process, she will start having this pregnancy sickness, pregnancy issues. We had it when we first started. When we wanted to register Trailblazers Growth Up with CAC, it's God. It was as if CAC was rejecting our names. Like, we brought up 5 names and CAC rejected it, and I wanted to give up. I wanted to even tell the woman, please refund me my money. I'm tired. I'm tired. Registering a brand, is it a must? So along the line, I had to just wait. I reached out, I prayed about it, and then I reached out to some persons and I told them that I don't know how to fish out or craft out a name for my brand. This is what my brand is into. This is what my brand is into. Can you help me? Let's just get a name for this brand. And yes, guess what? The person helped me. The person brought 2 names. It was rejected by CAC. The person brought extra. It was rejected. Then the last one we had to put together. But I told him that no matter the name we are crafting out, that I want to make sure that growth is inside it. Let there be a growth inside it. So that was how we had to finalize the Trailblazers growth up. And sincerely speaking, I don't like the name. I did not like the name. When they first brought up the name, I never liked it. I never liked it. But it took me like 1 month after CSC approved the name. It took me like 1 month before my mind could accept that, Rachel, this is your brand name, Trailblazers brought up. And since then, I have actually loved the name. I've embraced it. So during that 9 months, I went through what I may not really say, okay, I'm not pregnant with a baby, but I was pregnant with a vision. I was pregnant with a brand. I was pregnant with something that will transform generation that's like not even just this generation. There are many generations it was going to transform. So one of the things I did was that I trusted God and I kept pushing. There were times I got tired. There was a particular period I almost lost it. When I mean I lost it, everywhere was stuck. I wanted to give up. I wanted to give up. Everywhere was stuck. And for 3 days, the only thing that could come out from my mouth was, show me mercy, Lord. Mercy, Lord. I keep shouting mercy. And I remember I was a serving cup member then, and my flatmates, I was a serving cup member then, and so I was a serving cup member then. I was a serving cup member then, and my um my flat mate was always telling me, Rachel, this your brand will kill you one day. She keeps saying, Rachel, this brand, if this brand doesn't kill you. I remember one of those 3 days when we were going to charge our phone because we had no lights. Where we stay, we had no lights. And it was as if we were just there. Like there was no light. So what happened was that we were walking on the way. As we were walking down the road, I was shouting, show me mercy, Lord. Because I was literally praying. I was seeking for God's mercy. I just wanted a particular door to open up for Trailblazers growth up. So I keep shouting, show me mercy, Lord, show me mercy, Lord. As I was saying that and I was walking on the way, I never knew that I almost stepped inside the mirror, like stepped into the main road. My flatmate has to pull me back. She said, Richard, have I not told you this woman will kill you? It was that funny. But after, I remember a day to when we were meant to launch our brand 2nd of September 2024. But something happened. I wanted to give up. For the first time in my life, I went to my WhatsApp status. I was writing, I want to give up. And persons that have been following me for a very long time and they have never chatted me up before said, hi, Messi. Hi, Messi. Messi, where are you watching from? Where are you watching from? Hi. I love you too, Messi. I love you. I love you. I love you. I heart you. Thank you. So I wanted to give up. I wanted to collapse that period. I wrote on my WhatsApp status, I want to give up. And persons that have never chatted me up or even sent me a message before sent me a message, like, don't give up. I've known you. Like some people were like, I've known you since 2019. You've been into this. Don't give up. This is the time of your best. You can't give up. Eh, can I have a shout out? Yeah, hi Messi. Yes, you can. You can. This is the second time watching my live section. So you are from Nigeria. I'm from Nigeria too. Owerri. I'm based in Owerri. You based in Lagos. Nice one. Nice meeting you, Messi. Nice meeting you. So I remember my mentor called me that day. She said, "Why didn't you launch your brand today?" I told her, "I'm tired." I told her, Mom, I don't have the strength to push this brand. And she said something to me. You are not serious. You better start typing something on Facebook now. I remember then. I remember there's something so intriguing happened. She said, you better start writing something on Facebook now. I was in tears. I was typing. I was typing on Facebook. I was like, wow, tomorrow we are going to launch our brand. I was meant to launch it that day, but I had to push it to the next day. I said, wow, tomorrow we're going to launch our brand, and I'm the most excited person on earth. I'm this and that. I was writing it on tears. Nobody knew that I was down that period. And on the 3rd of 2024, September, we launched the brand. I just launched it. Let me just launch it. So my mentor will not enter my DM again. That was one of the reasons why I launched it. And sincerely speaking, it has been all shared of glory. It has been all shared of blessings. I've seen God helping me. I've seen God strengthening me all around. And yes, Trailblazers growth up was +1 yesterday. And I'm the most happiest person. Seriously, I'm the most happiest person. So Mercy said, oh, can a shout out? Okay, can I shout out to my sister? She loves you so much. Her name is Ife. Thank you, Ife. I love you too. I love you too, Mercy. I love you, Mercy. I love you, Ife. Thank you so much. So, with that course, I decided to host actually tell you people how you can be consistent. That was what I wrote. I said 5 ways to be consistent. And I said the last one will wow you. Yeah, that's it. So I'm going to list out the first thing, the first thing I wrote down on how you can be consistent. I'm going to list it out and I want you to pay keen attention. Get your writing pad, get your juice, get your drink, sit tight. I'm going to be listing it out now. So I wanted to share the story first before I can now start telling you the reason why I want to talk about ways to be consistent. Because I remember then those persons, many of those persons that I saw that were having Oh, she's literally jumping around excited. Oh, Ife, thank you, Messi, thank you, Messi. Tell Ife that I love her too. So I remember then those people that launched at the brand January 2025. I couldn't find them again. And I was close to some of them. I couldn't find them again. I don't even know how what to do. I don't know what I started reaching out to them one on one. So we were complaining of how things have been difficult for them, that they don't have the strength to push their brand again, they don't have the fresh strength to push their business again, and they were nowhere to be found. See, let me tell you, sincerely speaking, that thing that was pulling them down was close to pulling me down. But thank God for having the right mentor. Thank God for having the right set of persons around you. And thank God for God. She said, are you Yoruba? No, I'm not a Yoruba. I'm an Igbo girl. And I am from Imo State. I am an Igbo girl. I'm not a Yoruba. So I almost gave up. I almost gave up. Imagine, ah God, I almost gave up. Like I almost gave up. But I had to encourage them. I had to talk to them. Gabriel, welcome back. Welcome back. I can see you. Welcome back. So I had to encourage them and tell them, don't worry. Anytime you are ready, I'll be here to help you or give you a hand. So that was her. Thank you so much. That was how I was able to continue my journey, even in the many chaos, even in the stress, even when I was tired, even when I wanted to give up. So I'm going to list out 5 ways to be consistent. 5 ways to be consistent. I've actually put these things to practice and it has helped me. So it's going to help you too. Now, the first thing I wrote on my book is I say, understand your ways. What is actually understand your why? Sorry, why are you starting that thing you are starting? Okay, I'm going to sub. Okay, that's Gabriel. All right, we'll be here by the time you come back. So one of the things you need to understand is understand your why. Why did you start? I remember when I reached out to those my friends that stopped, they were answering almost the same thing I was answering. They was doing almost the same thing I was doing, just that they were into the female gender and I am in both gender. I do both male and female. So I am one of the things that actually made me stood out was the fact that I keep asking myself, Rachel, why did you start Trailblazers Growth Up? Why did you start this brand? Why did you even start writing books? I remember how some people wrote one book and they gave up. They say, writing a book is not easy. They said a lot of things. And whoa, I told myself, I did not just start because of them. I don't just do things because I want to do this. Once I get an instruction to do something, not from human being, I just do it. So I asked myself, why did I start? Like, if you've watched my previous video, either the pre-recorded videos or others videos, you will hear when I will always say that one of the reasons why I started developing myself was because of my children. And the second reason why I started um developing I wanted to start training others to develop themselves was because of the fact that I want them to be transformed, because a lot of generation is tied to their loins that is waiting for them to rise. Because you might train yourself and you don't want to go into the world of speaking just like I am doing. You can just talk to 1 or 2 persons around you. Even said your children needs you to be trained. Your children, your future children needs to be trained. Your spouse, both male or female, they needs you to be well trained. So they don't want to have another person that is not doing the right thing. They don't want to have another person that they will come and they will pull in and they'll be like, where did I even stay? And I go and marry somebody that is not well developed. So almost everything around you needs you to be developed, needs you to build yourself, needs you to become. So you need to have a strong reason why you are starting a thing. When I go back and I found out that a lot of generation are tied to my loins. I've seen myself multiple times, either in trance, either when I'm praying, and or either I even had that I am called to do something that generation are tied to my loins. So because of that reason, I don't even have the option to give up. So giving up was not my option. Giving up was not something I dreamed or even desired. So because of that, I decided to shift my focus from things are not working, even though things were not working, yeah, I had started to shift my focus on things were not working to the part of this thing will work for me. If it doesn't work for others, it will work for me. I keep digging my well and I keep moving. And with that energy, three team member joined me. One is not consistent, two, you are consistent. They joined me, and whenever we pray together, I keep telling thing is going to work out, this thing is going to blow, this thing is going to move on its own, the wave is going to move this thing. I keep telling them, anything you see me do it in your brand, it will work for you. Don't say it doesn't work and you go just shut down your brand. Find your why, and with your why you will know why you should not quit when the storm rise, when the ocean is stirring up. You don't need to quit if you have a why, if you have a strong reason. Then one of the things I wrote under understand your why, I say give, okay, I say find your motivation. What motivates you? What is actually motivating you? Is it human being that is motivating you? See, I always say this, that if you keep following trend, if you keep changing your vision, your plans, your brand because of trend, what is reigning now, see, with time you will fizzle out because you don't have a strong reason, you don't even have your personal motivation. Sincerely speaking, no matter the motivation people give me, I need my own motivation to keep moving. I need my own motivation to make sure that my brand doesn't die. So no matter the motivation people give me, no matter anything I get from people, I need my own motivation. I have to, sometimes I'll tell myself, Rachel, build something that will last. Hold this brand very well. This brand will work for you. I will keep telling myself that. And sincerely speaking, today my brand is scaling. It is we are not planning to stop. We're not planning to end of the way. We're not planning to do anything. Welcome back, Gabriel. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. I can see you. Welcome back. Thank you for being here. Thank you. So I just keep telling myself, Rachel, you need to keep moving. Most of the times when people bring their testimonials or their review or their feedback to me after buying one or two of my products, I am just excellently happy. And one of the, oh, thank you for subscribing, Gabriel. Thank you. Don't worry, this space is going to bless you. And this space is not a space where we talk about things that will affect your life negatively but positively. This space is going to bless you. So in case you are watching this video and you've not subscribed, kindly subscribe now. Now. Kindly subscribe because I'm going to be on your faces every day. It's a promise. So I keep telling myself the reason why I shouldn't give up. And because of that, God has blessed me. Imagine celebrating 1 year anniversary yesterday, and most of those people that I started with are now telling me, congratulations, Rachel, Kai, you've done well, Kai, God, Kai, you are strong. They don't even know what I'm going through behind the camera. Now, under the understand your why, I wrote something about, I say, focus on your identity. I've talked about don't jump into trend. Focus on your identity. One of the reasons why people lose focus, lose desire, lose passion on their brand or on their vision is because they keep changing their identity time without number, and it's not good for you. It's not a good thing for you to hold on to. You don't change your identity as if you are changing things. If you have an identity, hold towards it. One of Trailblazers accountability, Trailblazers growth hub identity is to train people, is to help people become great through personal development, to help them get transformed. A lot of persons don't even know their left from right. They are living a shabby life. They don't even know how to hold themselves. They don't even know how to start a thing and see it to the end. So Trailblazers growth hub is here to make sure that they have all these little tiny things to the end. They see it to the end. And that is why we are existing. We are not existing because of we want to gather people. And we're not doing motivational thing. We are here to train you, to build you, to cut out those little tiny things that is not needed inside of you. This is why we are here. This is why we are even called to be here. So don't think that this trend is working. Let me change my identity to this. In fact, you'll be confusing your audience. I've been talking about personal growth and development for the longest of time. For the longest of time. Ever since I found out that that's transformed my life. I have been talking about it and it has changed my life for good. This is why I also want to encourage you to embrace personal growth and development because it is going to change your life. Now, the second thing I wrote on my book, I say set achievable goals. See, let me talk about this set achievable goals in fulfilling, in being consistent. Let me talk about this set achievable goals. See, many people have crumbled in their business, in their brand, whatever they find themselves doing because of they don't have a clear goal. oh, I'm going too far, because they have big dreams. I know of someone that once told me that she cannot open a store if she doesn't have 5 million. Up to now, she have not opened a store. Up to now, she's still working for someone. She learned how to barb hair, like barb men's hair, and she's good in barbing hair. Oh yeah, now start. You have a clipper. Just start with a chair and smudge. She refused. She said, "No, I must have this. I must have that. This must be available. This must be available. I must demarcate the workspace. There will be for wig. Here will be for barbing of hair." And up till now, she is not barbing anybody's hair. So who is, I don't understand, why will you always be dreaming of starting big when you don't know how to handle your brand from the roots? Why? I just want to ask you a little question. Why will you want to have a brand? I want to start from the big when you know you don't have sponsors, when you know you don't have anybody to encourage you, when you know you don't have anything, you just have only yourself, your phone, and that your material you're using to do something. So you need to have a start from a small goal. You see, it's good to have a big goals. It's good to have a big dream. Yes, it's good. Write your big dream down. That is why we have 10 years goal. That is why we have 20 years goal. That is why we have 40 years goal. Write your 40 years goal down. This is where you want to be in the next 10 years. This is where you want to be in the next 20 years. Write it down. Then with that 40 years goal, break it down into a tiny chunk. When I mean a tiny chunk, you want to be here in the next 10 years. That thing you want to achieve in the next 10 years, break it down by 9 years, break it down by 7 8 years, 7 years, 6 years, 5 years, 4 years, 3 years, 2 years, 1 year. And once you break it down to 1 year, when you get to that 1 year, you start breaking down by months. You might do quarterly, you might do half of the year. And by the time you do quarterly, half of the year, or monthly, you start doing days. By the time you take it little by little, believe me, you will sometimes you will even achieve your 10 years plan in 4 years. You can achieve your 10 years plan in 2 years because of what? You understand the art of breaking your goals into tiny pieces and to achieve something meaningful. So this is one of the reasons why a lot of people are not consistent. A lot of people just start up something today and they want to fly, they want to run, and it is not cool, it is not advisable. Then the next thing I wrote under that part, I said, be specific, let your goals be specific and simple. I've talked about it. Let it be specific and simple. Don't go and be writing something that a 10 years old child cannot understand. Sometimes 20 years old person cannot understand it. Write something that you can understand. Write something that you can understand. Write something that when you see it, you'll be like, wow, thank God I am really doing this, or I am really doing that. Just write something that you can understand. The next thing I wrote, I said, focus on process. You need to learn how to focus on your process. You need to learn how to focus on your process. Don't don't be putting your eye you are prognosing into other people's process. I remember I had somebody that stopped talking to me, but when I was telling some persons about the experience they have, the person, they told me that person is jealous. I said, why is this person jealous? Why is this person jealous? That was what I was telling myself. Why is this person jealous? I remember when I was saying that thing, they were like, I don't know, she shouldn't be jealous. I've been here for years. God, I started talking about personal growth and development since 2016, 2017, and now it's 2020, as at then 2024, and you are envious of me, and you just started your own journey 2023, almost end of 2023, and you're jealous of people that have been talking about this thing since 2020, 2017, and I've learned some tactics that is helping me run faster now, and you want to compete, you will break down, and sorry will be your name. And then the next thing I wrote, I say, design your environment. You need to learn how to design your environment. A lot of people used to say, until you leave your comfort zone, you will not be comforted. Leave that in. Design your design your environment. When I mean design your environment, you can still be in your environment, you can still be in your comfort zone, but tell yourself, this is how I want this thing to be for me, this is how I want that thing to be for me. It is good for you to leave your comfort zone, but you can leave your comfort zone and you've not decided how you want the next comfort to be for you. You need to learn how to design your environment. The environment you seek out for, the places you seek out for, the places you want to really be, you need to design it and make sure it is well designed. Then another thing is, I wrote it, the third thing I wrote about um ways to 5 ways to be consistent. The third thing I wrote about um establish a routine. You need to establish a routine. I remember when I was trying to launch my brand, that 9 months season, I was trying to launch my brand, and I was a serving cup member. I was in Gabriel, I'm here, I'm still here. Hi, I can see you. So when I was trying to launch my brand, and I was okay, most of my cup members, fellow cup member, they will be going out for party, going out to swim, going out to have fun, and I will stay back at home because of what? They have helpers. I did not have any helper. I did not have anyone that will tell me, hello Rachel, how far, send me account details, and they will send me 50K, 100K. No, I did not have any helper. So when they are going to swim, I'll stay at home. Then is there I'm writing books, or I'm planning personal development blueprints training, or I'm trying to structure. In fact, that was the period I had my speaking engagement form. And thank God for that form. It has helped me till now. Till tomorrow, it's still helping me. I had to craft out a lot of things that is helping me till tomorrow. So Gabriel say, do you have any friend I can prank? I'm sorry, I don't have a friend. Can you sing a song? I'm sorry, I can't sing. Go. Mm, I can't sing. Go, please. I love music, but I'm not into, I don't sing. Yeah, I love music a lot, but I don't sing. Yes. Yeah. Thank you. So they will be going out and I always stay indoors. They started telling me that one day that I will marry myself, this thing will not work out, and that thing will not work out. I had to because the reason why they were saying those things, and I was not listening to them, was because I have already designed what I want to achieve before I stopped serving my country, Nigeria. And thank God I did that. I remember when I wanted to host a meeting this year, one of the webinar I wanted to do there like that, and I wrote about something. My classmates wrote something that was remarkable. She said, Rachel, I know that I've never supported you ever since you've been doing this thing when we were together, but you are one lady that is consistent, and to tell you the honest truth, you will make this thing, you will make it in life. I was happy about that. And I was like, whoa, people are watching. If you don't design your own routine, people will design it for you. See, let me tell you, human beings, every human being is selfish. Like, they are selfish. They just want their own, their own. So if you don't know how to design your own, if you don't know how to do your own thing, they will change it for you, they will redesign it for you. And that's not really cool. That's not really cool. That's what you need to understand. Then the next thing I wrote, I said, build structure. You need to build structure. Like I remember when I was 7, they wanted to do a one party. That was the first time I've ever seen anything called house one party, because I hardly go out. I stay indoors a lot. So they wanted to do a house one party, and what happened? Yeah, they started writing out their games. I told them I'm not interested in any of your games. They talked and talked and talked. I told them I'm not interested. In fact, when the party started and the party was going somehow, I just entered my room because that was a flat. We had 3 living there. I entered my own room. I locked my door. I started typing and writing the book I was writing. So when I I what are they calling it? When they started the game, they called me, and I told them that I'm not going to be part of this game because their games was something that I can't do. My personality cannot allow me do it. Like, my own personality cannot and will not allow me do it. So what happened was that I had to stay away from them. I did not do that, and they know from the day one after I gave them that street warning till I left service. They never forced me to do what I don't want to do, because known as they call me leave that church girl, and I say yes, you're a Gentile, and I love the way I'm a church girl, and that has really helped me. That has made me to become outstanding in what I am doing. Then the fourth thing I wrote, I said, celebrate your little wins. A lot of you are too busy working, working. You see, celebrate yourself. Someone once said to me, say, anytime you want to know that Rachel has made sale, you will see her, she will talk about it, talk about it, talk about it, talk about it. It's a lie. I've made a lot of sales and I never talked about it. But there are some you just need to talk about. You always need to celebrate. No, let me share one of the testimony. I remember when I first started, I launched my brand last year, 3rd of September last year. A lot of person told me, it will take you like 5 years before you have an international client. The thing was making me think. I was like, God, my story can change. This thing cannot be the same. We just say the same thing over and over and again until December 2024. Someone just set me up around 11 p.m. She said, I saw your post on Facebook page, and I've been hoping to have a personal development training for the past 8 to 9 years, and I've never seen any. Please, I need this training. And that person was chatting me up from USA. Huh. The person was chatting me up from USA. And she did not just pay for my training, she paid for the private training. And she got it immediately. The next thing I did, I had to go and celebrate it. I was writing it on WhatsApp. I said, I have finally got my first international client after 4 months. And people were telling me that I would stay 5 years before I would get it. And in 4 months, I got. I was so happy about it. I celebrated it. God, people literally knew I have an international client. And since then, we've had many more international clients, and I am so grateful about that. I'm so grateful about that. You need to make sure you learn how to celebrate your little wins, no matter how difficult it may be, or it might even be for you. Just celebrate it. If you cannot, I will always say, if you cannot buy anything for yourself, if it is 10 naira sweets, buy it. If it is biscuits, buy it. Or if it is to just do a shout out, write a content about it and post it, do it. It is actually a period to tell yourself you've done well. Congratulations. Then the fifth thing I wrote here, that's the fifth ways for you to be consistent in your business, in your brand, or in anything you find yourself doing. The fifth thing I wrote, I say find an accountability partner. Hmm. This is where a lot of persons have issues with that. Oh my God, a lot of persons have issues with an accountability partner. I don't know why it is like this for them, but they find it so difficult to have an accountability partner. For me, I have an accountability partner, and once we talk, and once in a while we talk, we do a lot of things. But I don't see anything wrong there. I remember, I remember there was a time I was so scared of having an accountability partner because I have few times when I shared some of my plans and vision with them, they will start running with it. Instead of them to dream or plan of their own vision, they will use my own and be running. It was so terrifying, it was so painful. I just wanted to give up on accountability partner, but thank God I did not give up because God is a blessing to me, and it has helped me scale through. It has helped me scale through. So I want to tell you that an accountability partner is very needed. Your accountability partner will pull you up. Your accountability partner will help you. I am currently doing structuring my course on Trailblazers accountability hub. That's a course where I hold people accountable for 1 month. You pay for it monthly. And something so remarkable, one of the things that I wrote there that is so remarkable is the art of how you can get an accountability partner for yourself. You can also, there's a course training there that I talked about how to maintain an accountability partner, questions you should ask yourself in an accountability journey, how to sustain your accountability journey. I am actually writing the course on it, and God, see, by the time I launch this out, if you see the flyer anywhere, kindly send a DM to Trailblazers email. Get it. Apply for it. If you want to stay consistent, apply for it. Go for it. Don't say, I don't need it. Go for it. Go for it. You pay monthly, and it's not costly, just 15,000 naira or $15. It's not costly. Just go for it because it's going to help you. I'm telling the honest truth, it's going to help you. Then I wrote a bonus. As a good person I am, And yes, as someone that is celebrating her 1 year anniversary as Trailblazers Growth Up as a founder, oh God, it's not easy. Oh. It's not easy to own a brand. It's not easy to own a brand. I would tell you honestly from my heart, it's not easy to own a brand. Remember the topic, the flyer you saw, I wrote 5 ways to be consistent. And I wrote again, I said the last one will shock you. I've not mentioned the last one. The last one is in the bonus part. I've already listed the five ways you can stay consistent. And the 5 ways I wrote here, I said number one, understand your why. I talked about finding your own motivation. I talked about finding your identity. Number two, I also talked about set achievable goals. Don't just set goals that is too big for your mind. Your goals can be too big for your mind. Yes, most times people say if the vision is not big, then it's not something you can go into. Yeah, I know it's okay, but write your big goals, but break them into tiny jumps that you can achieve. Then I talked about focus on the process and design your environment. I talked about this part, and I talked about be specific, make your let your goal be specific and small. Then another thing I wrote in 5 ways for you to be consistent. I wrote about establish a routine. Write out something you know you can be doing consistently that won't make you weak. I talked about create a habit. Create, in fact, develop a good habit that you can use to be consistent. I talked about build a structure. Just write a structure, just build a structure. Then the fourth thing I talked about here was celebrate your small wins, celebrate your victory. Don't be that one person that don't be that one person that you don't celebrate your big wins. Don't celebrate your wins for anything. So you need to learn how to celebrate your wins. The fifth thing I wrote here, I say find an accountability partner. And that's not the last thing. That's not the last thing I wrote here, because I wrote three extra bonuses for you people. Because of what? We are celebrating our anniversary. We are still in our anniversary spirit. And yeah, I'm happy. I'm so happy about it. So the first thing I wrote in the bonus, I say, be kind to yourself. Be kind to yourself. Oh God, I don't know how I can really explain this. I don't know how to even say this, but you need to be kind to yourself, because when you enter that season where things are not working out for you, things are not just bubbling, your brand is just there. It's as if it's dry. You're in your dry season, in your brand, in your business, in whatever you're doing, and you don't feel like pushing, you don't feel like continuing. One of the things you need to know how to do is to be kind to yourself. You don't need to beat yourself, you don't need to keep crying. See, if you cry too much, you develop a headache. If you cry too much, you develop headache. You don't need to cry too much. You don't need to beat yourself. You don't need to call yourself a failure. You don't need to call yourself a disaster. You don't need to call yourself bad names. You need to learn how to be kind to yourself. Tell yourself sweet things. Tell yourself it's going to be all right. Tell yourself this my brainchild will grow. My business will grow. Everything around me will go. Just learn how to be kind to yourself. Don't be that one person that is tough to yourself. It is not needed. It is not needed at all. You need to learn to be kind to yourself. You need it at all time. You need it at all time. I must tell you the honest truth. You need to be kind to yourself. Please, you need to be kind to yourself in this phase, especially as a startup person. You need to be kind to yourself. The second bonus I wrote, I said track your process. You need to track your process. You don't need to be one person that you keep running, you don't know how many meters you've run. You need to track your process. You need to even find out when you've left a particular level. See, when I started doing my YouTube here on when I started doing my YouTube, I used to stunt. I'm like, hello, okay, let me not go too far. Let me not go too far. I remember the first Facebook live, sorry, YouTube live I did. There was no lights. I don't have a LED light. There was no NEPA light that day. I don't have a LED light. My mic, the mic I have, the mic you normally see in my other videos, the mic you normally see in my other videos, can't enter my Android phone. So I only use my mic in my iPhone. So there was no lights. There was no place to. I had to use my iPhone to on a touch. My iPhone sef was not really that good to use for a live stream. So I had to use my iPhones on a touch. I placed bulk of books just to make sure that the books hold the iPhone touch so that it will be showing in my face. I had to increase the light of my iPad so that the brightness of the iPad on the from the iPad screen will be bouncing on my face, and every other places was dark. In fact, it was only my face that was showing. What I did was that after that thing, I snapped the picture. I'm so happy I did it. And when I started the live section, I was saying, unmute your mic and say something. I don't even know that was what I was saying. Until someone watched the video and he came back to me and said, Rachel, what are you even saying? You know what I even say? Basically was like, Google Meet has killed you. WhatsApp has killed you. Imagine you're shouting, mute your mic and say something. Zoom has killed. That was what you were just saying, and I was just laughing. That was my first process. And since then it has gotten better. Let me not go far. I'm going too far. This night I was trying to set up to come online to do this live section, and hmm, all of a sudden, NEPA took light. I don't know what to do. And I did not have light. I was so determined to come online. I was thinking of how am I going to hold my phone? Hey God, I don't want this thing to be dark. I don't want them to be seeing shadows. I don't want this to be happening. I just stayed. I said, wait, oh, I have to carry a rubber band, tie it to my phone. This is my own process. A time will come where I will stay in a very comfortable place when I'm doing my live stream. You will not know if it is late in the night. You will not know if it is in the daytime. You will not know. Sorry, excuse me. You will not know. A time will come for that. But now, the only thing I can manage is my broken iPhone. I'll keep saying it is broken, but it is serving me. My broken iPhone and my Android phone. So I use rubber band. I just on the touch. Use rubber band, tie it to the phone I'm using to do live, and the light is shining on my face. You are seeing my face, and thank God my wall is white, so the light is bouncing back. That's why you are seeing my face. So let me tell you, you need to document your process. Don't just say, I'm doing this, I cannot do this. You're just running. You're not documenting anything. You're not documenting anything you are doing. You need to learn how to document your process. What one of the things I wrote, I say, record your journey consistently. That's why whenever I achieve a new thing or whenever I want to do in something, just like my YouTube now, I started writing about my YouTube stuff on Facebook. The reason why I'm writing it there is that in 1 year time, Facebook will remind me of that post. So 1 year time, they will remind me of that post. It's actually a way of recording all these things. If you cannot make use of Google to document your stuff, you can actually make use of other places that can actually record and store your stuff for you. The next thing I wrote here, I wrote be patient and forgiving. Be patient is part of that. Be kind to yourself. You need to learn how to be very very patient with yourself. You need to learn how to be patient. Oh my God, you need to be patient all the time. You need to learn how to be patient consistently. You need to be patient. You don't need to be or put yourself under pressure. And forgive yourself if you make mistakes. If you make mistake, forgive yourself. To err is woman, and to forgive is divine. You need to learn how to forgive yourself. So whenever you make a mistake or whether you are tired, rest, you will stand up, you will still come back again. Then I say, okay, I've talked about it. Then the last part of what I wrote, I said the last part will wow you. Now here is the last part. I wrote optimize your approach. You need to learn how to optimize your approach. The first thing I wrote, I said prioritize your task. You need to put the things you want to achieve in order of priority. Prioritize your task. Prioritize your task. No matter what, just prioritize what you are doing. You understand? So you need to prioritize your task, prioritize the things you want to achieve. Then the next thing I say find support. If you are tired, if you need someone to hold, if you need someone to lean on, if you need someone to work with, you need to find support. Don't say you are a one man stand. Nobody can help you, nobody can aid you, nobody can do anything for you. No, find support if you need one. And most definitely, you need a support. You need a support. Then last thing I wrote here, I say plan for interruptions. There are times when that's the last thing. There are times when people want to interrupt you, people want to make you lose face, lose focus, or lose anything. So you need to plan for interruptions. You need to plan for interruption. And interruptions are not bad. It's actually cool. Interruptions are not bad. Don't say, I'm interrupted a lot. I don't it's like this is not for me. It's a lie. You need to plan for interruptions. Plan for it. Plan for it. It's always come. You cannot run away from it. It's always, is it interruptions? It's always come. It's always come. So yes, thank you so much for staying to the end. We're actually wrapping up because this is 9:30 and I did not plan stay here for 1 hour, for 2 hours. Self. This is 9:30 and we are just 50 minutes into this live video. I want to say a very big thank you to each and every one of you that joined. My name is Rachel Iwoji, and in our next video, trust me, I'm going to talk about key ways to fight destruction, this distraction, key ways to fight distraction. So I'm going to talking about the key ways you can fight distraction. For some of you that normally have every little thing you have been distracted, I'm going to be talking about the key ways to fight distraction. And yes, make sure you are available. Don't go anywhere. If you've not subscribed, kindly subscribe. Share this video to your loved ones that will need to watch this video. And thank you for staying with us till the end. I love you. 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 Thank you, Gabriel, for joining. Thank you, Macy. Thank you, Efe. Thank you, everyone, for joining. I love you. And yes, we will meet again. The next video, the next live video we'll be having is going to be something that will keep you wild to the end. Bye bye. Don't forget to subscribe.